It was 10 degrees, cold enough to keep you awake, but quiet enough to let you think. I took the bus down to Sinchon to figure out the location where my language class placement would take place. But even within the same city, every neighborhood carries its own aura. And walking around Sinchon today, I was hit by a very specific vibe, the undeniable energy of youth. It was March 1st, Independence Movement Day. You look out the bus window and see the flags, and you remember the weight of what happened in 1919. Roughly 2 million Koreans took to the streets in a peaceful protest, waving the flag and shouting for independence. It was suppressed with extreme violence. Thousands of unarmed civilians were killed. It became the spiritual foundation of the modern Republic of Korea. And it makes you wonder, do we really live in peaceful times? Statistically, it depends on where in history one stands. But then, I step off the bus into Sinchon, and that heavy history gives way to this overwhelming air of youth. It didn't feel like a youth I had lost, but simply a youth that is no longer mine to seize. It belongs entirely to the future generation. When I was 18, I had a plethora of anxieties just like theirs. Will the classes be too hard? Will I graduate? But walking here today, I didn't feel any of those. Instead, I was thinking more about how I need to learn to adapt and blend in with this distant youth, rather than be the older person who has lived it all and just starts preaching. I ended up in a small tonkotsu ramen shop. Yes, the irony of eating Japanese ramen on March 1st is not lost on me. But past its history, the kimchi stew place was closed, and honestly, it was 5,000 won. Sitting there, I remembered reading somewhere about this preachy shift. Psychologists like Erik Erikson call it the generativity phase. As we get older, our brains stop obsessing over gathering tools and start feeling a biological itch to hand them down. We rely on our mental library of patterns, trying to save the younger generation the price of the ticket. At any stage in life, we should all try to learn something new. It's not about the elders always talking and the youth always listening. It's mutable. The youth should yield their hearts to the elders' words, and elders should yield their minds to the wise youth. We should all learn and teach mindfully. It's the only way to reach a true, quiet harmony, a content heart, no matter what stage of the journey we are on.